out their punter. Standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Drop 50, drop 50.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll just protect the football and go down and take the sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Down the left sideline.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Now Shudak for the extra point.
And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. On play action, they'll throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick 6 from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
Get it.
3rd down and 13.
Buffalo 18. Ready.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That is caught. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now a first down carry by Jones. Fights up. And now off to the races down the right side. 6, he joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list.
And the Bears have cut it back within a score.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And it's now 13-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
11 empty.
Play action. It's Burrow.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 41-yard line. Now it's Burrow.
This goes out wide from Mixon.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
On 1, ready? 11, Tommy.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. Pass thrown right back to Joe Mixon. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. A great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that will lead to a 3rd and goal.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill it for a loss.
Gun. Got.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Gotta go. 11,
Jefferson going to go in motion right.
3rd and goal, option right. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Joe Burrow with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Vikings are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point up and good by Shudak.
And the lead now stands at 13.
Back out is Shudak here as he'll send this one away. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. but what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Pitch and catch to Wilson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
19 tight. 19 tight.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the 1st half of play.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
7 Pirates. 79 Broncos. Check smash. Check smash. Hey, smash.
They'll look to throw again. And his throw here is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Let's go now.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Ready, ready.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down to Mixon on the check down. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Burrow.
And he'll get this one to Cooper complete.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Now Burrow on first down. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Here we go, here we go.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. Stop.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. There's Allison. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there as time expires in the first half. And the Vikings will extend their lead on the final play of the half. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They show great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Bears 7.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
An inside give to Jones. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
A beautiful fake. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
86 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
A gain of 13 brings up 3rd and less than a yard.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. First down. Here's Burrow.
That's complete. It's Travis Kelce.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. And they're going to speed things up here.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Justin Jefferson bringing in the slant.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 20-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
On one, ready?
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Burrow looking to pass. He gets this in the hands of Mixon.
And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
11.
Mixon.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
We got to keep scoring. 12.
Burrow on play action. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Mixon again.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Joe Mixon, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year.
As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And oh, can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual. Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything, change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Ready.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line.
95 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Ready. Hey, hey, check that, check that. 18, Pioneer. Ready, ready.
2nd and 3. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The offense on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. It's their quarterback doing it himself from 9 yards out.
And the Bears get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. New York now for the extra point.
And the lead is down to 20. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, Wagner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
11 MT, 11 MT.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1. Was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Vikings send out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10.
At the 48-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Ready up. Rattler. 18 Rattler. Mustang 19.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down, it's Jones. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Ready.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And that went off the mark, a little late with a throw.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Come on, come on.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Trap 60, trap 60. Ready, ready.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is caught. He hits more.
And he is going to have the Bears first down. It'll wind up being a gain of 5 there on 4th and 2.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Back to throw now on 1st down.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there at 22.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
At the 19-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Looking to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Jones will take it in. Touchdown, Bears.
Yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
The York on now for the extra point.
And that will cut this lead down to 13. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
Meanwhile, Burrows, and the throw here caught by Addison. Down the sideline he goes.
And he takes it all the way down to the 22. A big pickup there. Without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
And the Vikings 1st down.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Touchdown! Travis Kelce, a 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Vikings look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score.
So here's Shudak following the touchdown, back out to kick off.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
On the double.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hawk 70, Hawk, Buffalo 18. Ready.
They'll drop to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Minnesota, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Chicago, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everyone.